Hey there, friend. What's shaking?
Hey there, friend.
What's up? What's up? Coins, baby.
What just happened?
Uh-oh. Did you break the internet, Mike?
I broke the internet again.
Oh, what's up,
How you
Steven?
doing, buddy?
Good, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Here is
Good to
our
be seen.
second live hangout, live stream hangout. We're not doing a show. We're just, oh my goodness.
No, we're just going to hang out and have some fun.
I pulled the thing out. Okay, there we go. Steven says, coins, baby. Kevin says, hey, guys. What's up, Kevin? Good to see you. Good to see you guys tonight. Let's talk about some coins, buddy. How's things been going with you? Coin life? You live in the big coin life?
I am living the enormous coin life, so much so that it's kind of dripping out of every orifice. We've started the new coin club.
Right. I saw the email come out.
Yeah. So look, it was a lot more complicated than I thought to do things the way that I wanted,
Correct.
which is typical.
Oh, is it?
Well, I mean, for me, I thought it was a matter of trust for people to give me their email address. And so I wanted to make sure that they didn't get harvested.
Sure. Except by you.
Kind of stuff happens all the time.
Except by you, right?
Well, at least I'm not going to do anything with them.
That's right. I agree. I'm just saying.
So, yeah, so I wanted to do that. And so because of that, I sent out an email blind carbon copy to everybody, and all the replies came back to me only. It was like,
whoops.
Okay, that didn't work really well. So I've been trying to migrate it to MyCollect.
Right.
So we'll have a voice, and I'm using a private locked group. And then and I'm using the email addresses to verify people. So if you haven't signed up yet, you can find it on MyCollect under its name, which is Collectors of Interesting Numismatic Stuff. Or the Coins Club.
Coins Club for short. I like it.
Coins Club.
Matt, good to see you. Eric, good to see you. Slab Daddy, what's shaking? Slab Daddy is joining
Daddy,
us tonight.
Sitting here, I have the sample slab second edition by Isaiah Hageman sitting right here.
Oh yeah, hold it up. Let's see it. Give the man some. There you go. Yeah. Where can people get that, Slab Daddy? Where can people get that sweet, sick information? Share it to the chat so that we can spread the word. Spread the word.
Absolutely. Share it.
Jack, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Slab Day says that is a classic. So maybe it's out of print. Third edition to come winter 2024. You hear that? First here. Third edition.
There you go. That's news.
That is breaking news. When news breaks, we fix it.
I can't do it.
Justin's here. Good to see you. In case any of you
hey Justin,
you guys act up, Justin can punch you on out of here. Not that we've
Justin, how's your podcast going?
Oh yeah. Ron, good to see you. I like that. You got to realize there's a slight delay between you and me. So between you and me and the what they see. So
yes. So it's like, yeah, Justin, I'm really curious. How's your podcast going?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Formatting, copyright, and printing is all that's left. 350 plus samples in this new one. Does it have the infamous Churchill Crown slab in it?
How did that go, by the way? Yeah.
They're in NGC slabs.
I know. I heard all about the story, the reason why it was Churchill Crowns.
It has not been done yet. We're going to do it at Central States next year.
Okay, I love it.
Because we couldn't get it done for A&A this year.
Gotcha.
And because we couldn't get it done for A&A or for New York, it's like, you know what? We want to all be there when this happens.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, hey, look, everybody's starting to pour in here. Hey, guys, just real quick, wherever you're watching from, if you can, just leave a like real quick. That just helps Facebook and or YouTube say, hey, these guys might actually be interesting. Even though this is just a hangout, just hit the button real fast for us.
You can lie. It's okay.
Yeah, and if for some crazy reason you're not subscribed, please do. I think everybody
hammer the subscribe button
is most likely subscribed. But yeah,
there we go. Now we're getting some likes.
And then that's all I'm gonna say. I'm done. I'm no more. I won't beg you for anything else. Let's talk about some coins.
I'll beg.
No, I am above it, unfortunately.
So I've added some things to my collection lately.
What did you buy? What did you buy for your collection?
Okay, so I have a fairly small insignificant um uh currency collection,
Okay.
and I have basically one rule: nothing above a $10 bill.
Okay.
And it's because the amount of face that gets into it, if you start doing things, I mean, for a guy of modest means,
Correct.
I just can't do it. I don't
Sure.
have that kind of money. Um, so I did break the rule for the one reason that I would, and I added a Red Seal 100.
Oh, 61 series? 63?
66.
Oh, 66. Yeah, you're right.
66. So I added one of those because it's very sentimental to me personally.
Right.
It
Right.
was the very first $100 bill I ever saw. So, um, I came across one that I could buy for virtually face. It's got ink on it, it's got writing on it, but it doesn't matter, right?
Sure. Heck
So,
yeah.
I mean, for me, it's like if I put face into it, I can spend it at face and not really be all that upset.
Right.
If worse comes to worse. But I mean, the intention is I'd like to keep it, and so it's because it completes my set of. Well, it doesn't quite complete it, but it will help complete my set of Red Seal notes.
Sweet. I love that.
Yeah,
I love that the industry hasn't beaten the collector out of you yet.
not yet. Not yet. We'll see. I mean, look, I have a short run in this business.
Right.
I mean, it's not like I'm going to spend 30 years in this business. I'm going to be in this business 10 years and boom, gone. I mean, I'll still be podcasting. I'll still be doing that kind of stuff, but
Right.
I won't be in the day to day of working on a counter with a bunch of stuff. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what really does it to you. It's particularly working in the place I do. I mean, there's just tons and tons of high end coins. And,
Yeah.
when you see an 83cc Morgan in 67 plus,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, okay, where do I go from there? Well,
Right.
what can I have that can compare to that?
Yeah. I was just thinking about the other day. I was looking through my slab tray of mercury dimes, and I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 mercury dimes and 68 full bands right now. It's like, why? Why? Why do I need that? I don't need that.
Oh, it's also tanking right now is the MPLs.
It's right here. Yeah, I've heard that they've been a little
It's
squishy.
like the market for them has just died suddenly.
Let me look at the chat here. Matt
You know what
Porras.
that means to me?
Good time to buy, baby.
That's buying opportunities.
Matt Porras says, I went to my first Coin Club meeting this past Thursday. Had an excellent time. Found some stuff that will be shared on your next coolest thing. Awesome. Coin Clubs are great. I'm glad you get to go. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Isaiah Hagman, as you guys can see, wrote the sample slab standard reference of slabs, promotional luncheon slabs, etc. It's coming winter 2024. That's cool. Yeah, you're gonna have to let us get some copies of that. We can give them away here on the show. We can take a look at them, talk about them.
I'll review it.
Heck yeah.
So the unnamed source asked if I care to share any ideas I have regarding the next steps with coins. Look,
you're gonna have to figure out a way to specify, because if you just call it coins, it could be very confusing.
Yeah, with Coins Club.
Coins Club. There you go.
I think it's the best way to refer to it.
I still think you should have called it.
I didn't start Coins Club to run it.
Right.
I didn't. It's like I started it because I thought that there's a hankering for it. There's people want it.
Sure, of course.
So let's start it and let's build it, any way we want, and let's make it into something really cool, and let the public at large, let the people in the club run it.
Yeah, heck yeah, that's perfect. I think it's great. I love what you guys are up to. I wish I had more time to participate and help out.
You'll get a chance.
I will eventually. I just got to get through.
Life is just busy right now.
Yes, very much so. Speaking of which, I think I am going to go ahead and announce that I will be taking the entire month of October off from the show. I have some things I have to deal with here at home. Nothing bad, but just if you guys have been fans for a long time, sometimes life gets to a point where you have to take care of some stuff. So I'm going to spend a little time helping my wife recover from her upcoming surgery. So I'm going to take the entire month of October off, and then I will hit it hard coming right at the end of October, early November, I have 2 shows, 2 weekends in a row.
What you two
So-
do is up to you. That's not for sharing.
But yeah, so Mike and I were talking about it a little bit before the show. There's some fun stuff I think is going to happen while I'm gone, but I just want to let you guys know I'm not going anywhere. Mike and I are not
no. It's just one of
fighting.
those things where look, couple of years ago, life got in the way for me.
Right.
So it's like this is just and over the course of 13 years of doing this show,
Right.
it's gotten in the way a couple of times. And we've always come back and we've always come back better.
Yeah.
And I think now we've really kind of got our thing. We figured out who we are.
Yeah.
So even when we have to take time off, it's like we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
But I just don't want the vicious internet rumors swirling.
Carl Carbone, now Mike should win the coolest thing throughout October. I should ban him for that. Man, that hurt. That really hurt. That shot's fired.
Oh, God, that's good. Ooh, it's been a little rough for you lately, buddy. It has.
Hey,
I mean,
you know what? Take your shots. It's fine.
I'm not
I'm a
taking
big
shots.
boy. I can handle it.
I'm not taking shots. I just happen to be on like a 5-time win streak in a row.
You are on an amazing win streak. I was for a while.
Yep.
And right now it's your turn.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just doesn't matter what I bring. It just,
That's true. And then the next
what
episode,
hits the vein with the listeners. So
Yep.
hey, I let democracy rule.
we are going to knock out one more episode though before my little break. That will be coming up a week from tonight.
Yep.
We'll have episode 226, 226, I think 7, 8, 9, whatever.
6.
I think we did 225 last. Yeah, 226
Yep.
will be the next episode, and that'll be a week from tonight. And then you guys won't see me until Indiana State, which is the end of October. I will probably be doing a live stream from the show.
Which unfortunately I will now not be doing Indiana State, but I will be doing Nashville, which is going on the same weekend.
Right. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how those.
So there are some people that will not be at Indiana State, will be at Nashville, and vice versa. And,
Yep. So new show though. I'm excited. I'm excited for that whole weekend, and then the week after that, I'll be in St. Louis at the Coinex
great
show.
thing about this is my first time ever just walking the show and buying coins.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What are you looking for? Do you have like a list that they've given you that you need?
I will by then.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah. So it's like I'm going with Harlan.
You're going with the Big Boss Daddy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
So Aaron is having
just you and Big Boss Daddy?
It's me, the Big Boss Daddy, and one assistant.
Okay.
She's brilliant. Her name is Paige, and she's brilliant. She's going to help Harlan with everything that he needs, and I'm going to walk the floor and kind of have a presence of US.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, sounds like John Barkley says, is there any way the powers and show promoters can get
Isaiah Hageman's going to be in Nashville too.
Nice.
So there you go.
He said, is there any way the powers and show promoters can get a non-conflicting calendar? I don't think it's possible. There's too many people want to do too many shows, too many weekends, and
You know what though? I agree with John to the point where
I do too. But it's just
those two shows are too close together. Indiana State and Nashville. It's not like one's in Wyoming and one's in, Virginia.
Right. Well, there's like
they're
4
really
shows. There's like 4. There's 4 big shows, or well, for me, big, but 4 shows, 4 weeks in a row. There, it's like Baltimore, and then Indiana, or Baltimore, and then Nashville, and then the Coinex show, and then there's one more. What's that?
St. Louis was Coinex.
Yeah, the Coinex show in St. Louis. But then there's one more in there, mixed in there somewhere, and it's like. So a lot of the guys are having to figure out which ones they're going to do. Because I know Evan's not doing Indiana State. He's going to Baltimore and Nashville. So
I mean, Baltimore is the show to go to. It's a huge show.
It's not as great as it used to be. It's been better.
You could say that about a lot of shows.
Yeah, I guess I agree. But I mean, those are shows that all the big guys will go to. So, and Nashville should be a decently sized show. And Kevin Jones says Indiana show in Indianapolis. Yes, it is. It's out on the west side by the airport. If you give me a couple minutes, I can get the exact address for you. But I think, is Russ still going to Indiana State?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's going. We were going to go to Indiana
Right.
State. We were going to have the 3 of us there and just mess around and have a lot of fun.
Yeah. Now you get to go hang out with Big Boss Daddy.
I get to go hang out with Harlan. I'll eat well. I'll tell you
I
that.
bet you $1. Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna eat better than I am because I'm just gonna come home every night.
So before, while you're looking up that, I just wanted to say, so there was a reason why I asked Justin how his podcast was doing, is because I remember him starting it. And he's worked really hard at it. So,
Heck
um,
yeah,
if you get a chance, give it a listen. Learning to Deal podcast,
it's a
our
double
very own
entendre.
Justin PFC Irvin, and it's a really cool journey for him, and
Yeah.
I think it's a cool podcast.
Yeah. Indian State Coin Show is October 27th and 8th at the Wyndham Hotel on the west side of Indianapolis. 2544 Executive Drive. If you're in the area, you'd like to come see me, I will be there. Russell, the stud muffin, will be there. Mike will not be there, but that's okay.
Isaiah, are you talking about Jack Smith? If that's the case, absolutely, I will do dinner with the two of you.
There you go. No, we've been so busy at my office. It has been ridiculous. Last beginning of September, we hired like the Michael Jordan of paper money. He was a grader at PCGS for years. He was the senior grader at PCGS in their paper money department. He was basically the lead grader at PCGS Banknote. And he has now joined our team and is now my paper money guy. And boy, he is an animal. The dude is a machine. We have been just tearing things up. Now he basically runs the back of house in our office. He's doing all the online sales, all the internet stuff, not to mention ancients and paper money. So,
Okay.
yeah, right. Getting that on board and getting that on boarded has been a lot of fun. I love the guy. The guy himself. His name's Corey. He's awesome. He's an awesome guy. But just getting that and integrating that last cog in our machine has been not necessarily tasking, but it has been something that has ramped things up in my office, if that makes sense. So
Sure. No, I mean, it's taken a step up, but you added talent.
Right,
so
right.
you'd expect that.
It's basically all the things in my office that I don't consider myself to be proficient in, he is. So it's like we now let our powers
he's the yin to your
combine.
yang, and you complete each other.
Yeah, it's like we're Captain Planet now.
It's funny because, I mean, as far as US go, Russ and I are very much like that.
Right.
I mean, we work in a US shop, so we don't have to worry about ancients. There's a couple of guys upstairs that know more than we're ever going to know.
Right.
And then as far as world, we have a world expert, and she's really, really good at what she does.
Right.
So all we have to concentrate on is US, and it's like US and currency. And it's like between Russ and me, if there's something that I don't know, he generally does.
And if neither of us know it, we'll figure it out. That's how we
make something up. One way or the other.
That too. Fake it till you make it. Sometimes that works.
Yeah. But I will tell you this, one of the things that has really seemed to be really helpful in my journey is knowing the manufacturing process, because it really helps you figure out what's possible, what's not possible, whether or not what you're looking at is something that is worth spending time looking.
Hey, you know what? That should be a talk or something at the coin and one of the Coins Club meetings. Is the manufacturing process from beginning to end? Because that way,
what you do is you get somebody like Doug Mudd to talk about it.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You'll have that ability now with it's just a Zoom call. Take 45 minutes out of your day.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So, because that is the one thing that I think I learned back in the day that has done me the most good is when it comes to stuff like that is learn the minting process from beginning to end, and that way you can understand if what it is you are looking at is something that can happen. Because if you run it through your head and you're like, I don't see how that could happen at the mint, it's because it didn't. It didn't happen at the mint 99.9% of the time. So
yeah, and it's like knowing what to look for when something is genuine and knowing what to look for when something is definitely not genuine.
Yeah.
Those kind of things. So I was on vacation last week.
Yeah, you feeling relaxed, by the way? Feeling good?
Oh, dude. Yeah. I was exhausted and I was stressed out.
Right.
And I'm no longer exhausted. I'm not so much stressed out either, but I mean, but there's still a lot of that.
Right.
Um, but we went to see my daughter on the East Coast, and one of the things my wife wanted to do was put her feet in the ocean, and we did that, and but one of the things about being in central New Jersey is you're really close to Philadelphia.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you go?
So we went to the Mint. Now, here's me and my luck. Okay, and if you want a funnier story, I've got one for you.
Oh, I already know
We
where this is
went to
going.
Philadelphia, and we went with the intention of going to the Mint, and the Mint was open. We checked to make sure it was open. I don't want to get to Wally World and it's
Right.
not open. So we go in,
Did
we
you
go
just
to the
make a
Mint.
vacation reference?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Okay. Good.
So we go in, and it's like quiet. But we're looking at it, it's like none of the machines are working. It's like they're not minting any coins. So we asked, why? And the lady says, "Oh, they're under maintenance now and this week and next week."
Wah, wah,
So the 1 week
wah.
that I actually get to Philadelphia to look, they're not manufacturing coins, but it was still fun.
Oh yeah.
And I got to see the very first screw press.
I saw you sent me a picture of it. That was cool. Did you hop
Yes.
over the fence and swing it around a couple times?
Oh, but here's the thing: is you're not really allowed to take pictures in that part of the pit.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
they asked no photos, please.
What?
Yeah, so I was like, "There's nobody else here."
You're heathen. That's all. I guess it's the least they could do since they weren't, actually like minting
Yeah,
anything.
but I mean, they made all of the first coins on that
I
press.
know. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, so I mean, that's cool, and
Yeah.
it was really cool to see. Um, it's like, so to give you another really quick aside, my wife and I, when we had been married maybe 3, 4 years, decided 1 week that we were going to drive to Niagara Falls. We just wanted to go there, see it. We were going to have a good time. We got to Niagara Falls we got to Buffalo at about 1 o'clock in the morning and went looking for a hotel room. Now, this is before the internet.
Right.
So we're looking for a hotel room, going from place, and we could not find one.
Oh my god.
And we ended up spending the night sleeping in one of the hotel parking lots
In Buffalo, was it?
getting the room the next day.
Was it at least like during the spring or summer where it wasn't?
Oh, it
like...
was summer, because you don't want to go see Niagara Falls in the middle of winter.
Okay, just making sure that you weren't crazy.
Yeah, no,
to
it's
do that.
beautiful and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so we get to Niagara Falls, and there is not a hotel room in the entire town.
Wow.
So
That's
that's my thing. I just show up and we figure it out.
That's I've done that a few times, especially on this show. Lord knows.
Yeah, we went to New York, so we went to the city, went to Times Square.
Cool.
I I wanted to see the seedy old Times Square. I wanted to see the peep shows and all that other kind of stuff.
Oh,
None of that stuff's there anymore.
The
They
seedy dance clubs and
Yes, I mean that was like a famous place. It was also a famous place to get mugged,
right.
but
Paula, good to see you. Carlo, River, hi, how are you? Thank you for hanging out with us, guys, by the way. Everybody
Yes.
that's here, you guys are awesome. We love all of you, each and every one of you. You guys are awesome. If you have any questions, anything you want us to talk about, feel free just to plop it in the chat. Let's talk about coins, you guys. We and Mike are just sitting here talking about Niagara Falls and the Mint not working, and I mean, anything.
Hold on a second. What did you disappoint me with, Dave? Dave Nelson, sorry to disappoint you, Mike.
Oh boy.
Joe Bohannon, when I toured the Philly Mint, they were making coins, but you're so high up you can't really say, well, yeah, but you get a nice overview of the operation. Right. And I mean, I could see all the bins and stuff like that. I saw a ballistic bag. Now I know exactly what they're talking
crazy.
about.
I had one. I had a ballistic bag.
They're big, but they're nowhere near as big as I thought they were.
Yeah. They're the size of almost.
I swear. Dave Nelson is taking personal responsibility for all the peep shows being gone.
See, Kevin Jones has a question. What cool things are you seeing coming out of the Royal Canadian Mint these days? Mike, you got anything you like that they're putting out?
I haven't really seen anything super interesting. I love the Death Toonie. And I really like the fact that they're going with Elizabeth one more year. and just kind of giving the middle finger to Charles, saying you still can't be on coins.
He can't win. He just
Oh,
cannot win.
oh, look, I'm starting to feel bad for him.
Wow.
He's done nothing. Okay, except maybe win the Lucky Sperm Derby. But
Oh, wow. I can't believe you just said that. I love it. I love it, though.
oh,
Let's see. So you like the Death Toonie. I can't think of anything. I don't pay that
make
much
sure it's a
attention.
lot crappier for your next New Year. No, I'm not saying that. I had a picture in my mind of something that I wanted to see, and I probably really didn't want to see it. It's like people joke about wanting to see parts of Chicago. There's some parts of Chicago you really don't want to see.
Right. I think I posted a quote the other day by Otto von Bismarck. It said, "To keep respect for both sausage and laws, you should never learn how they are created."
That's right.
I think it's the same with the Mint. You get there and you're like, "Oh, this is gonna be sweet." I'm gonna be able to see the coins falling out of the machine and see how it's going and see how they're making them. And it's like, no,
Right.
nope,
And you don't. It's just like the most you see are these like bread pans full of blanks, kind of conveying their way to the machines, and that's it. And that's all you see.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see how they're made and stuff like that. And while I was there, I got an opportunity to visit the Mint gift shop, which interestingly,
Right. Yeah. What did they have?
not sell souvenir sets anymore.
Do they sell coins at all?
Yes, they sell all kinds of coins. They had some innovation dollar singles.
Okay.
So I ended up buying a Massachusetts, the one with the rotary dial on it, reverse proof coin. It cost me $11. Way too much.
You didn't buy the lung dollar?
No, I did not. I don't know if they had those available. They did have P Mint Hovita in dark orders.
Okay.
They wanted $4 a piece for them.
Wow.
So I
isn't there a machine on the outside of that building? Isn't there a machine on the outside of that building that you can put $1 in and get quarters back of the new quarters?
Apparently not anymore.
Oh, okay. I thought there was at some point. Maybe I was wrong.
Maybe there was. I mean, they used to sell souvenir sets, and now it's like you just get.
You know what it was? They had that machine that gave out the new quarters, and then they realized that there were schmucks that would pay $4 a piece for them in their gift shop, so they had to get rid of that machine.
Yeah, I was not one of those schmucks, though. That's the difference. So I did get smushed pennies.
Oh yeah,
because I had to get those. It's like that's $1 for 4 smushed pennies. And,
yeah, can't go wrong there.
Oh,
I like how they make the coins there just to deface them and sell them for more money right in house. It's all in house.
Yeah, and you can pay $4 for one of these to put in the machine.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay, Dave Nelson asked, "There's a '64 Black Core Antietam Command about to go off on eBay for over $7,000. Is there any top to that market?" Yeah, those Black Core holders are nuts. I would almost defer to Slab Daddy to answer that question about the market, because he knows that market way more than I do. But man, I'll tell you what, that the slab market and funny old slabs and sample slabs is probably the hottest it's ever been, hottest I can ever remember it being. So it's hard to say with those white labels coming out of NGC, the big group of those that popped out a couple of years ago. Yeah, it's an interesting time to be a slab collector. So, I think that market is pretty hot right now. Yeah. Just my 2 cents. Eric says, "So here's a collector question. After you complete a Whitman album, or any coin album really, do you put it back on the shelf and keep it, or do you get rid of it and start on a different album?" He said he's 20 coins away from completing the 09 to 58 Lincoln's Head album and was curious as to what's next. That's a good question. What do you do? What did you do, Mike?
Okay, so I actually have a pretty straightforward thought on this, and that's that you keep it. One, I don't think people should buy completed sets. Yes, there are people that will buy them, but I just don't think they should.
You know what happens when I buy a completed set?
You break it down and you sell the parts.
Disassembled immediately, yes.
Right. So the only person that it's going to be valuable to as a set is you, because you completed it and it has that kind of, that personal accomplishment.
Speaking of completed, Mike, you complete me.
That's so sweet.
anyways, I'm sorry.
So 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 you've got that set. It's your evidence as to what type of a set you put together. Now you have to find something else to move on to, but you're not going to take that money and put it into something else because you're never going to get anywhere near what you have into it out of it.
Yeah, yeah, that's
If
true.
you build it the right way, you've got more into it than it's worth. And that's cool because in 30 years, it'll probably, or not probably, but it may very well be worth more
Right.
and worth more than you paid for it. And if not, then one of your heirs will get it and it'll definitely be worth more than what they paid for it.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Who's running the coin show page? They just said "Q Wind Beneath My Wings" by Bette Midler when I told you complete me.
I have a feeling
It's Corey. It's
that
gotta
it
be
might
Corey.
be fuzzy tonight.
Yeah, it's Corey. We still need to fire that guy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hey, are we still thinking about Challenge Coin? Yeah, I do. I do keep thinking about Challenge Coin. I'd love to get that. Got a lot going on at the moment, and I still think that would be something cool for us to get done for the show. So I'll keep you posted once that ticks to the top on my list of things to do. So
Once it bubbles its way up.
Dude, I swear that's the way things work for me right now. It's like, okay, I walk into
What
the office.
fire do I have to put out now?
It's like I walk into the office and I'm like, okay, there's a project, and there's a project, and there's a project. I have 5 projects waiting on me, not to mention all the other projects that the other guys have that I have to supervise. Not to mention all the other stuff's going on in the office. And then I have 3 kids at home that are 9, 11, and 13, and they need me at all times. So, yeah, that's a busy boy. Busy boy. So
I'll tell you what, I got back from vacation, and one of the greatest things about being a guy that just works on a counter,
right.
I don't have stuff stacking up. Well, yeah, I do, because I'm the guy that takes care of the proof sets. I'm the guy that takes care of the mid sets and all the commemoratives and the silver eagles and the low end junk. If it's priced under $30, that's that's a Nodelman thing. We'll give it to him.
Oh.
And yeah, so they like to see how deep they can bury my desk when I come back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's something that happens in my office too. If you go on vacation, we play Jenga with all the crap we stack on your desk while you're gone. So
yeah. Oh, and also personal collecting note. I also completed the 20-cent Newfie.
Oh yeah.
Silver pieces.
Yeah, you told me that. That's cool.
I got the last one, although I am going to tell you that I don't like the one I bought.
Well,
look, they're hard to find, decent, and the coin that I found looked perfectly acceptable.
Right.
It just doesn't match up to the rest of them. So it's there for now, and it will get upgraded. But it was the nicest one that I saw. So it's just going to be it's an 1876 20-cent piece.
Yeah, that's the thing about doing coins like that is when you do your collection, you get done, you're like, okay, wow, I got done. And then you go back and look at it, it's like, okay, I hate this coin. And I hate this
as soon as I got the coin, because it's like all the rest of the coins that I put in there.
Right.
Everything that I've done, I've seen the coins before I bought them.
Right.
And this one I couldn't. So, but I did find a dealer at where was it? Tinley Park.
Right.
That sells a lot of this stuff, and so I'm going to keep in touch with him. And I did not buy the coin from him. I bought it from somebody on eBay.
Heck yeah. Let's see. Joe Bohannon had a question or a comment that I liked. Joe said, I recently been working on shield at nickels. I noticed finding mid-grade decent strikes without corrosion is a bit of a challenge. Yes, it surely is. Shield nickels, for some reason, those coins either are like AU plus or better, or like good or less. And then corrosion is always an issue because for some reason, people like to drop those coins on the ground. I don't know why, but I can't tell you how many shield nickels I see that have corrosion issues or brown because they've been in the dirt. Yeah, I mean that's a very interesting comment and note of that series because it's true, very true.
And Jack Young says he just saw a counterfeit 1876 20-cent piece this past week.
Was it? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of whether it was Newfie or not, that's still
Heck yeah.
It surprised me.
Matt Porter says, "Do you think Gettysburg 5-ounce coin is worth it to purchase for $175?" I mean, it's 5 ounces of silver for a pretty darn decent premium right now. I would say yeah. Well, and that's true. Is it also is it the bullion coin, or is it the special finish coin? The one in the box is worth a little more. So if it's the bullion issue, no. If it's the uh, one with the matte finish,
And which one was this?
the 5-ounce hockey puck of Gettysburg at $175.
To be really honest with you, the only one that I know of that has a premium to it is the Hawaii volcanoes.
Yeah.
The only one. And all the rest of them are just like, they're all the same. And, here was another, while I was thinking of Jack Young, I just wanted to bring this up. So one of the things that with this coins club that we're going to do is, everybody's going to have a membership number, because God knows in a club you need to have membership numbers. And so I decided that, I wanted to do another charity auction.
Okay.
And so we're going to auction off
your dentures.
Number one.
Oh.
To anybody who makes the biggest donation to Camp One Step, which is the kids' cancer camp.
Right, sure.
And it's like, you make the donation. So you get the deductible, you get all that kind of stuff. I don't even deal with any of it.
Yeah, we don't want to handle your money.
Yeah. All you have to do to prove it is just send me a copy of the receipt. That's it. That's all I'm asking for. And whoever donates the most money to that charity is going to get number one.
I like it.
And Jack Young has cracked the seal and opened the bidding. So not surprised, but it's like, don't let him win it.
Why? What if he wants it? What if he wants to be number one?
And he'll bid more. He'll have to make another donation.
Wow, you're rough. I might make a donation. You never know.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, he's very generously opened up the bidding.
Well, there you go. That's awesome.
Anybody else step up.
I'm glad you guys are doing that. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. We always, look, if I can do a little good for somebody with something that we do, that's always going to be my thing.
100%. 100%. Love it. Love it. Trying to think of anything I have coming up that's interesting. I did an appraisal this past week for the feds. That was always fun. You ever do those?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So apparently, one of my customers is a deputy United States attorney. So he deals with all of the federal offices here in town. And he recommends me whenever they need appraisal services for whatever it is they take from the bad guys.
So this was recovered, I assume?
Recovered, or, like it's a tax fraud. They'll come in and take all the assets. And
okay.
So, whenever they get bullion or gold and silver or some luxury goods, they call us. And so I did one this week for those guys. That was interesting. Those are always interesting because I never know what they're going to be. One time I did one and it was $10 million in gold bars just stacked up on a table.
Anything really cool in this one?
No, this was mostly just paper money. And I think the coolest thing was a mid-grade $500 bill.
Okay.
So, and by doing that, we're not allowed to buy any of it either. It has to all go through auction.
Well, I mean, the Secret Service has consulted with us, which I actually thought was kind of cool because I would think Secret Service knows more about money than us.
No, they don't.
But yeah, we have a very local Secret Service office. They're like around the corner from us.
Oh, nice.
I get coins every once in a while. It's like, hey, have you guys seen these? What do you think of this? And that stuff. So it's usually fake Silver Eagles and stuff like that.
And I'm finding out that there's all sorts of new different federal agencies that I've never heard of before.
Yes.
Like the last one we did was for the IRS, some sort of IRS agency. And then we did one for the United States Postal Inspection Service. So, I mean, it's just interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the only cool thing that's happened recently that I
the postal inspector is usually wire fraud.
Yeah, well, let's just say that all the stuff that they brought in had a very distinct smell to it that kind of smelled like like Snoop
Woods?
Dogg and Willie Nelson and a skunk were all having a party in your living room, if that makes any sense.
Like this and like that and like this and
Yeah. So they all had a very distinct odor to them. Let's just
okay.
say.
Wow.
Um,
Take it to the bank.
like we opened the bag, we were all like, "Whoa," because they have in the evidence bags. It was pretty funny.
And your one guy from the front counters. Hold on a minute. Let me get there.
No, but boy, we ate some Cheetos that day.
I'll bet you did.
Oh man. But yeah. Let me just peek over.
Let's see. So you said Paula was here?
Yep, I see
She
Paula.
must be on YouTube.
I see live coin Q&A as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anybody who is listening to this tonight, that is definitely something you want to check out. Live
Yeah.
Coin Q&A. They are live on Monday nights at I think 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern.
Yep. If varieties are your thing, those guys cover the heck out of them. And we've been on there. Those guys are awesome.
Yeah.
So go see them. Go check them out if you haven't already.
And then all the cookies disappeared.
Eric, thank you so much for the 50 stars. That was awesome.
Yes, thank you, Eric.
I really
Very
appreciate that. You guys, definitely not required and or expected, but definitely appreciated. If it
it's just a hangout.
Let's take a look. I see some more chats coming in. Those Eagle. All the cookies disappeared. Yeah, they sure did.
Yeah.
We made a lot of cookies disappear. Look at me. Come on, buddy. I actually brought cookies home for my wife today. Don't ask me how.
Boo cookies?
No, somebody, one of my customers likes to bring us gifts. They think that if they feed us, then we give them better deals. And they're 100% correct, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they brought us German cookies from a German bakery down the street today. So I brought them home for my wife.
Very nice.
Yep.
Coin show how?
How?
Oh.
Trying to think. There's a coin show here in town tomorrow. I'm not going. I'm tired.
There's also one in Rockford, Illinois tomorrow.
Oh, are you going?
I'm gonna make a cameo, but Russ is gonna be there working for HJB.
That guy's an animal. He does a lot of shows.
You know, he's either avoiding something or he's trying to keep his mind busy. I don't know which one it is.
Dude. He's just working out. He's got to get his steps in, so he doesn't
Something
get
like
chicken
that. Well,
legs.
I mean, he's very well.
So he doesn't get the chicken legs like Slab Daddy does.
No, I don't think there's any danger that man's ever gonna have chicken legs.
What's your favorite coin series, Mike? Jack Riley's asking, what's your favorite coin series? Go.
Peace dollars.
Peace dollars. Good. Mine's 10 Indians, by the way, just so you know.
I mean, they have always kind of been my favorite. I've always liked them. I have right here on my desk.
Ooh, a cutout.
Yeah, you know. So yeah, I like them. I like them a lot. There are a lot of coins that I like better, but I just don't have any experience with. So
shut up, Barry. Somehow, I'm going to tell this story on here just because I can. So I bought a deal this week of very inexpensive slabs. We put together deals of these for other dealers. We accumulate inexpensive slabs and we mix them all up and we offer them out for sale and they go away to other dealers fairly quickly. So I bought a deal from a dealer and was told that it was a good mix, which in the industry means that it's a nice variety of things, obviously. And I got the coins in the mail. And I kid you not, there were
25% of them one thing?
No, 75% of them were one thing. 75% of the coins, and I'm going to hold this picture up. You might be able to see it here. It's on my phone. 75% of the coins, each one of those lines is 100, were 2009 Barack Obama Liberian $5 coins that have no silver in them whatsoever. So, yes, that's 800 of them there on the counter, and there's probably another, again, that many of them back in boxes on the floor. So needless to say, Maddie was not a very happy boy. Maddie was not a very happy camper.
Maddie renegotiated the deal, didn't he?
Maddie sure did, because
Yeah.
that's not something I could handle. So now we did renegotiate the deal, which led to Maddie maintaining the ownership of said coins. So now,
A much more agreeable price.
right, correct. But now I am the proud owner of about 14 or 1500 Barack Obama Liberian $5 proof coins in NGC slabs.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Top
Yeah.
pop?
All the pop. I'm fairly sure I own every one they minted.
You may very well.
It's entirely possible that I do, because
James Crandall commented that he likes Peace and Franklin's because both are attainable complete sets. Here's what I'll tell you about both of them. Both of those series are tough to grade.
They are. But he's right. They are attainable complete sets, because
they're attainable, but they're tough to grade.
And you can get them nice. Like those are two sets you can put together, and they are both going to look. You can make them look very nice for not a lot of money.
Right.
So yeah, I love that.
You can find some hidden gems. You can still find some really nice full bell line coins out there.
Yep. Yeah, buddy. I love it. You got anything interesting coming back from grading lately? I know you guys sent some stuff.
Yes. So we had a 21 piece dollar.
All right.
And Ross and I both looked at it, and we said, this is an AU coin all day long. And Jack looked at it and he said, no way. It's uncirculated.
Little Jack?
Jack Smith.
Little Jack, yeah.
He's not so little anymore, if you haven't noticed.
I've noticed. He's still little compared to me. He weighs as much as my right leg. Come on, buddy.
Anyway, so Jack was convinced that it was uncirculated. So we made a bet with him. And if we were right, he paid for the grading. And if he was right, we paid for the grading.
Who paid for the grading?
We paid for the grading.
What did it come back?
63.
He's a smart cookie, if you haven't noticed yet.
He is a smart cookie, but here's the smart cookie part of it. It's in a 63 holder. So we paid for the grading, which we should have done anyway. And we ended up with a coin that's worth about $300 more than it was 58 slab.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it already slabbed, and then you sent it back in? Oh, okay.
Oh, it was raw.
Yeah.
I bought it. And I liked it. I really like piece dollars, and I like 21s particularly.
They're hard to grade. The 21s are hard to grade when you get into that like 58 to 62 or 3 range.
58, 63 has always been a line anyway. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's extra difficult on 21 high relief piece dollars because they're struck like crap. So sometimes you can mistake that crappy strike.
Strike versus wear becomes a real question.
Right. Yep. I've done that before. So. Yeah, I that's a story I'm probably not gonna that Liberian coin story is probably not going to leave my existence for a while. I see all the people commenting on it in the chat. I'm going to have those until I die, probably. It's one of those coins that they're going to just shovel in the coffin with me. Maybe they'll even just use them to like cover my body at the end.
So that's going to be your epitaph. That'll be the.
Let's just make my headstone out of slabbed Obama coins.
Out of slabbed Obama coins.
Here lies Matt. He bought a really terrible deal. The end. But yeah. So.
By the way, does anybody want to buy one?
Yeah. Anybody need some Obama coins? I'm a guy.
Obama.
Deep discount. Let's see. James L. Crandall said, I don't do a lot of graded coins. Just don't see spending $30 a graded coin. I paid $20 for. Heck yeah. Have both my Peace and Franklin albums and Whitman albums. That's one of my favorite things to see, too, is a nice, complete set of Franklins or Peace dollars, like in an album specifically. So.
Yeah. I mean, when they're all really nice and uncirculated and shiny and bright. And in the Whitman albums, they tone a really nice blue, you know, and they get some nicer color to them versus the Danskos, which just kind of turns them brown, black. Mike McClanahan, I've got a set of Wisconsin extra leaf varieties I want to send off for the 3-coin holder.
I'm not sure how much they're doing those funky multi-holders anymore. I know they did them for a while. I haven't seen any new ones lately, though. I can't remember the last time I saw one.
It might be that they're only doing it for specific things like that.
Well, you would think like that some telemarketer would put like a 2023 proof peace dollar and a 1923 proof or like mint state peace dollar in a multi-holder. You would think that would be something somebody would do.
Oh, no. You would think that they would put the Ankh, the proof, and the reverse proof all in one holder.
Well, sure, of course. I can't remember seeing any multi-holders lately. I don't know. Maybe Slab Daddy can correct me on that one too. At some
I thought
point.
they had stopped making them, but yet you see them every once in a while.
It's
So
weird. It's weird. You read that Gray Sheet is setting a different value for Blast White Franklins. That might be something that they do. They've been moving and shaking and kind of switching things up lately.
Trends come and go too.
Right. Yeah, that's true. It would be the first time they, besides like red, brown, and brown, that they had done anything for like white and toned pricing on any silver coin.
Right.
Like different color, obviously in copper is something they do, but
well, NGC tried for a long time.
It wasn't very long because those holders are.
Yeah, you're right. It was a long time ago. It's really
ago.
What I meant.
Yeah. Yeah, NGC used to have holders that had a W or a T on them for white or toned, and that lasted all of about 3 months.
They all ended up in ones that needed a T.
Yeah, and every time, if you ever see one of those, just grab them. They're kind of neat and interesting. I still see them every once in a while, and if it's some kind of like non-coin, less than $50 or $75, I tend to buy them just because they're cool. But most of those have been cracked out by now.
There you go. Eric Bethard has an NGC coin with a W. Is the coin still white? That's the question.
Yeah, that is a good question. Is it white or is it toned yet? Because sometimes they will tone in those holders. So,
well, look, the holders aren't. They're inert, but they're not airtight, and it really has more to do with how you store it than anything else.
So we really eye-opening deal that we helped with one time was a guy had a flood, and all of his NGC and PCGS slabs were underwater for an extended amount of time. So I was like, okay, this should be interesting. Only about a third of them were watertight. If that tells you anything, a third of the slabs were watertight, and the other 2/3 got water in them, whether it was completely filled with water or just a little bitty bit of water. So yeah, that kind of tells you that only about a third of the slabs, and this was a couple years ago, so this was fairly modern slabs. Only about a third of them stayed watertight and or airtight. Because if it's watertight, I bet you it's airtight. Just saying.
Yeah, that should be.
Right, you'd think.
Ron Dorland says, throw those silica packs in with your collection. It's always, you get them in everything. You get them in a new box of shoes. You get them in vitamins, beef stuff jerky. Like that. Just take those little silica gel packs and throw them in with your coins.
You throw the beef jerky ones in there, they smell better.
Because then my silver dollars will make me hungry.
That's right. That's the point. It smells like Bacos. Remember Bacos?
They still make Bacos.
No, they don't. Your next thing you're going to tell me is they still make grape nuts too. They probably do.
They do still make grape nuts. I like grape nuts. I was one of the only people that actually ate them.
I had them, but I had to have like 6 spoonfuls of sugar on them.
Well, I didn't say I didn't absolutely drown them in sugar. Right. But they were still good. And my kids referred to them as rocks.
Well, yeah, they're crunchy.
Yeah.
Super. That's the only cereal that stayed crunchy in the milk. Like
for a long time.
Until you were done. Right.
Until you were done and then some.
Yep.
Yule Gibbons. Grape nuts and yogurt. Yes, that's a favorite.
Yeah. They said slabs should be watertight to 2 atmospheres and at least nitrogen purge for what they charge. You're not kidding. You are not kidding.
Wow. The Rolex grading company.
No, I heard a very interesting thing the other day that there's some company out there that's thinking about making super duper high end coin slabs that are like $15,000 a piece to get your coin put in them, but they're like the coins are put in the slabs in a one of those rooms that they use for
a clean room,
and then they're like they're like nitrogen
Nitrogen.
purged, and then they're like in a sapphire holder that doesn't
It's great.
chip, and they have like laser engraved aluminum things on the outside and accents. It'd be like $15,000 for the slab. It's never gonna happen. Never, ever, ever is that gonna be a thing. Be cool, but I wouldn't pay. Maybe for like $500.
It's not idiot proof.
No, no, it's not.
That's what it needs to be. In order for that to be successful, it needs to be idiot proof.
Well, and it also needs to be, have some sort of guarantee, because if I send you a counterfeit $1,794 for $15,000, you put it in your holder as real. Guess what? I win. So
Yeah, because you just bought it either way.
right. So pretty much. I don't know. There's some strange things going on in the industry right now. There's a lot of new ideas coming out. Some are great ideas, and some are absolutely horrible ideas. I mean, it's cool.
And you'll be hearing about some of those soon.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of things going on in the industry that, I just movers and shakers are moving and shaking, and that's just the skinny of it. So
they do, though.
Well, that's okay.
People innovate, and when people innovate, some of it ends up being, really cutting edge, great stuff.
Earth shattering.
Some of it doesn't work, and some of it just kind of falls by the wayside as a dumb idea. But that's what you have to have in order to find that edge.
Yeah. Man, we have a psychopath in our chat. They said that they eat grape nuts without milk. That person is not to be trusted.
Eric Bethard, they will always make a better idiot. True.
That's true too. Yeah, I mean, so there's just, and we try to cover as many of these new things that are happening as possible. We give our 2 cents on anything and everything in the industry, which is what I think you guys like about us. I don't really know why you guys.
I would say that I strive within the news to keep people more informed with, what's going on. I think it's one of the few sources that you can go and you can really find out what's going on.
Yeah, because I have no bias whatsoever about any of this stuff, and neither do you. So if it's a great idea, we'll tell you it's a great idea. And if it's a stupid idea, I'm not afraid to say it's a stupid idea, because I don't have anybody to answer to. So
and we have.
Yeah, we have before, and people get mad at us, and it just is what it is. So I don't know, but yeah, there's a lot of things going on in this industry right now. There's a new, like I said, the new IMAX show in Nashville. That's a new thing that's never been done. Oh. Nashville traditionally has not been a great coin town. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, I know a lot of the guys that I know that have been on the show circuit for a long time are like, I'm not real encouraged about that show. So we'll see. We'll just absolutely see what happens with that show. That's a brand new thing.
It's funny because
the team behind it is a great team. They have a lot of experience doing this, so the show itself is going to be great. I just don't know if the town will.
Well, look, the stuff will be there. The talent to sell it will be there. Everything that you need to have a successful show will be there if
you're a wholesale dealer.
Right. If the people show up and if people do that. Now, it's kind of funny because my brother had at one point talked to me about, he wanted to go down to Central Illinois and he wanted to start a coin shop. And I'm like, okay, how many coin shops are there down there? And he's like, none. And I'm like, stop and think about that one for a minute, because there might be a reason.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
There's no business there. So we're kind of hoping that, the tradition has not been to go to Nashville for business.
Right.
Let's hope that is changing, that the city is growing, and that things are on the rise.
One of my coin dealer buddies put it pretty well. He said, now, and he's from the South. He said, now, Matt, this show is not going to be a great show if you're a coin dealer, but if you want to go down there and party, it's going to be a hell of a show. So,
well, I mean, if you're a 21-year-old spring breaker, that sounds great.
But so I mean, we'll see. I hope that it's a wonderful show, that everybody that goes has a great show. Yeah, I can't say
and I
anything.
hope that we find some new friends. It's like it's always cool to see a new place.
How many days are you going to be down there?
3.
So yeah, you're getting the tour.
Yeah, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I think.
Yeah. Well, cool.
So And it's the end of next month.
Yep.
So I will have a complete report when I get back on that.
We got to take videos. No, you got to make shorts with Harlan and stuff. Like,
I really do need to make shorts with Harlan.
you do. Yeah, just do just literally video everything, and then when you get back, cut it and make it interesting, and put the interesting things together, and make a video. That's fun. That's what I like doing with Jack. When Jack and I went to Pittsburgh, that's what we did. Like, we just took videos all the time. So,
Jack Young says, I'm considering an attribution guide summarizing my counterfeit articles and varieties documented. Good idea or dumb? Are you kidding me? There's nothing dumb about that.
no.
That is one of the better ideas. Absolutely. An attribution guide for fakes.
The only downside I see to that is when you put that information out there in the public, the bad guys can also get it. Because these are the same bad guys that are producing these coins. These are the guys that want to hone, especially these like clone counterfeit coins that are just absolutely super scary, nasty things. Very, very concerning. You give those guys the information to perfect their craft, that can be the only downside I see to that. Other than that, I love the idea. I think your work is amazing, Jack. And
okay, but here, take this kind of one step further. So Jack is already publishing the information.
I agree. I understand.
Right? So it's not like, yes, you're shining a spotlight on it. However, you're shining a spotlight on it for everybody.
Right.
So
I just didn't know if there was going to be like a more in-depth breakdown of the different things and so on and so forth. Any more than...
and if the idea is generally educating, I think that's a great idea. But I understand where you're coming from. It's like with people that create counterfeits, I have a feeling that they're just going to continue to get better, and they're going to get scarier and stuff like that.
Sure, but anything you can do.
There's a fair amount of them out there that don't care.
Right.
And they make Morgan dollars with Morgan on the slab, and they make peace dollars with peace on the slab.
Oh, no, the counterfeiters that specifically just make counterfeits to sell on Temu for $2 a piece, those aren't the guys I'm worried about. They don't care if their coin passes the average coin guy. It's just got to pass the average novice that doesn't know any better.
Well, I think that's really what Jack is kind of trying to do is throw something out to them.
Sure. Okay. Well, I mean, that makes sense then, I guess. It's just some of the stuff we have seen and I have seen through Jack have just been absolutely exceedingly concerning.
Oh yeah, it's scary.
That whoever it is that is making those,
I mean, they're
fooling the grading companies. They're fooling the auction companies.
Fooling experts. They're fooling people that really know what they're doing.
Right. So that's the scary stuff that I would give my right foot to stop from coming out. So I don't know.
Agreed.
All right, buddy. Well, I think this has been fun. I don't, unless you have anything else you want to talk about or anything else, I think we're just going to hop off here. I got to go kiss.
Hide from my kids.
Yeah, I got to go kiss my kids and put them in bed. So tell my boys good night.
We do appreciate everybody stopping by.
Heck
we
yeah.
like doing the hangouts. It's like, it seems to me like it's a Reddit AMA every single time.
I love it.
And I like that.
I love it. Yeah. Oh God, the AI grading will get the fakes. No, I've seen what AI can do.
Yeah.
Just get some of those AI art makers. You want a naked picture of Richard Simmons? I'll send you one because I can make it in AI art. Just saying. Scary. It's scary, I tell you.
That thought was scary, but whatever.
So yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out with us again. If you're here, just hit that like button if you haven't already. Just like I said, just tell Facebook and YouTube that we're cool and that you're enjoying hanging out with us. So, anything else, Mike, buddy?
Oh, we're gonna carry on. We got one more show this month.
Yeah. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next week for episode 226.
And this will be another coolest thing.
This will be our coolest thing. So yeah, we're gonna go to battle again.
I'm going to try.
Yeah. We're going to go to battle. and then we'll have the news, and maybe we'll do something fun. Maybe we'll do like a segment, or I don't know. We'll do something. We'll
Always
figure.
play.
We could play a game, yeah. Oh yeah, that's speaking of which. I asked the guys after our last hangout to see if there was any technology out there that would let us run some sort of like a trivia night for this hangout, where we could like give you guys a link and you could play along at home, and then we might be able to give out some prizes for the trivia contest. So we're working on something cool for the hangout, just so you guys know. We're working on that. So
yeah, because we need to complicate everything.
Yeah, right. Heck yeah. If it's not complicated, I'm not interested, my friend.
Get bored fast.
So something we're working on for the Hangouts. We'll see. We're going to play with the technology and see if we can make it work for what we're thinking. There you go. Use Kahoot. I was a high school teacher. We'd already talked about that. So I'm glad to get a recommendation from somebody that has used that.
If there's anybody that would know, it's the teachers,
right?
With all the yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have some prizes or something set aside for you guys, and that's something.
Yeah. So let's see. Subscribe to the Learning to Deal podcast.
Yes.
Subscribe to Live Coin Q&A, and go and check out the Coins Club on MyCollect. If you want to join the first all internet club with the first all internet coin club, you can do it. Just send me an email, coinshowmike@yahoo.com, and just say I'd like in, and I'll give you directions on how you can join us on MyCollect in our private group. And we're going to just have a really cool coin club.
Yeah, because why not?
Coins Club. Because we can.
Because we can.
And then we're going to make it an official ANA member club.
Everybody gets an Obama coin, by the way. Everybody that shows. Everybody
there you go. That's like, you number them, hand number them, sign them.
Gosh, that's so funny. Everybody that shows up for trivia night will get an Obama coin.
Obama coin.
God, that's beautiful.
We want them to show up.
I'll get rid of them somehow. That might be it.
Them to show up. Don't threaten them with the Obama.
Yeah, that's right. 6 people show up to trivia night. Wah, wah.
Are the Obama coins gone yet?
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you again, everybody, for hanging out with us. You guys are amazing. You guys make this so much fun. Mike, you make this so much fun.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. You too.
I really appreciate you.
No problem. I appreciate you too. So I always keep wanting to say for the coin show, I'm Matt, but no, we're not going to do that.
It's good. And just so Paula knows, this is not the coin show.
No.
Not the coin show was something entirely different, and
that was just us rambling for doing this, but with no interaction. Yeah, it was not something I enjoyed all that much.
Quizzes. Okay.
So, all right. Well, goodbye, everybody.
We'll see you Saturday.
Saturday coming up. 1 week.
Episode 226. 236?
No, 226. You're right. Of the